Hi there, and welcome back to our language learning program, the place where studying English becomes simple and enjoyable. My name is Emily.
Greetings, Emily, and hello to all our viewers. It is wonderful to spend time with you all today.
We prepared an exciting show for you today, as we are going to hear a narrative told by Emma.
That is correct. She will describe the various activities that make up her typical day.
I truly enjoy learning how individuals organize their time from dawn until dusk. I feel the same way.
It is fascinating to observe which basic routines help people stay productive and cheerful.
Very soon, we will relax and pay attention as Emma describes her personal schedule.
After that, we will return to discuss the vocabulary and terminology she included. Precisely.
We will examine those phrases together and share some of our own recurring daily habits as well.
Please do not feel stressed if you happen to miss a few words during the first time you listen.
Just stay calm and enjoy the experience of learning about Emma and her daily life.
Are you prepared to hear about her schedule, Emily? I certainly am. Let us begin right now. Hello.
Hi, I am Emma. I am going to share my typical day with you. I start my day by waking up at 6:30 on workdays. I really enjoy the early hours since everything is calm. My first task is stepping out of bed and tidying up my sleeping area. Next, I head to the washroom. I clean my teeth, splash water on my face, and tidy my hair. After that, I walk into the kitchen area. I prepare a hot cup of tea for myself. As the kettle heats up, I let some fresh air in through the window. Occasionally, I look at the weather forecast on my mobile device. Moving on, I put on my clothes. I prefer casual outfits for my job, such as denim pants and a warm knit top. I always pick footwear that feels good because I do plenty of walking. Then, it is time for my morning meal. My breakfast is usually fruit with yogurt and some toasted bread. I only eat eggs on the weekend, not during the work week. At 7:30, I depart from my home. I drive my vehicle to the office, which takes about 25 minutes. I enjoy listening to songs or language learning shows while driving. I reach my workplace just before 8 o'clock. My office is quite small. Every morning, I review my messages, write a list of tasks, and begin working. I spend the majority of my time on my computer and collaborating with my coworkers. I have my midday meal at 12:30.
For lunch, I typically have soup, a sandwich, or a fresh salad. Occasionally, I head to a local coffee shop with my colleagues. It is fun to chat about what happened during our day. Once the afternoon begins, I complete my tasks and respond to additional messages. My schedule varies, some shifts are quite hectic, while others are peaceful. I wrap up my professional duties at 5 in the evening. Once I leave the office, I commute back home by car. I generally reach my house by 5:30. Upon arriving, I put on some casual wear and rest for a little while. I love to lounge on my sofa while drinking some tea. By 6:30, I start preparing the evening meal. I prefer making easy dishes, such as pasta, poultry, or vegetables with rice. Afterward, I tidy up the cooking area and scrub the plates. During the night, I prefer to unwind. Sometimes I view a series, enjoy some songs, or phone a pal. When the climate is pleasant, I take a brief stroll around the neighborhood. Before sleeping, I bathe and read a few chapters. Reading helps me settle down after a long day. I usually head to bed around 10 at night. My goal is to get at least 8 hours of rest, as it helps me feel prepared for tomorrow.
That summarizes my everyday schedule. What a wonderful and well-planned day she experiences.
Indeed, she seems like a person who understands how to manage her professional duties and leisure time. I completely share that opinion.
Also, she utilized numerous excellent common English phrases to explain her entire routine.
Let's begin by examining her morning, since she commences her day quite soon at 6:30 in the morning.
She shared that she enjoys the morning hours because they are serene and tranquil, which is truly pleasant.
The term peaceful implies being serene and free from any anxiety or loud sounds.
As an illustration, you could describe a stroll through a garden as peaceful if there are no large groups present.
I wish my start of the day was that calm, but I typically press the alarm delay button 3 times. That is unfortunate.
Actually, I am very similar to her because I love waking up before the world becomes busy.
That is an excellent habit. Once she wakes up, she states that she fixes her bed immediately.
To fix your bed simply means to straighten the covers and arrange the cushions tidily after you wake up.
Do you tidy your sleeping area every single morning, Emily?
I certainly do that, as it helps the entire sleeping area appear much tidier and better arranged.
I aim to keep up with it, though on hectic mornings I sometimes rush out immediately.
Moving on, Emma heads toward the kitchen area to prepare some hot tea. She utilized a fantastic grammatical pattern when she mentioned, while the water is boiling.
Indeed, employing the term while will indicates that 2 separate actions are occurring simultaneously.
As the kettle heats up, she slides the window open to breathe in the crisp breeze.
You might also express it by saying, I listen to music as I prepare my evening meal. That is correct.
It is a highly practical term for explaining your regular routines. I have a question for you, Paul. Do you enjoy morning tea like our friend, or is coffee your preferred choice?
Well, I definitely require a strong coffee to wake up my mind.
I find both pleasant, but sipping tea beside an open window sounds like a lovely start to the day. After that, Emma mentioned getting dressed and choosing comfortable attire for her workday.
The phrase getting dressed refers to the act of putting on your daily outfit. She specifically chose to wear denim pants and a warm top since she does a lot of walking.
It is great that she chooses footwear that feels good, particularly when she stands for several hours.
Indeed, no one enjoys wearing tight or uncomfortable shoes while managing a hectic workday. Now, let us examine her morning meal, which typically consists of yogurt, berries, and toasted bread on workdays.
However, during her days off, she prefers preparing eggs for a different experience.
That is a very typical habit, as people often have extra minutes to prepare food on the weekends.
You are right. Breakfast during the work week must be simple and rapid to ensure you arrive on time.
Regarding her schedule, she departs for her workplace by car at 7:30.
She mentioned the commute lasts nearly half an hour, which is a perfect way to explain how long a journey takes.
When you mention that a task requires a specific amount of time, you are describing the length of the commute.
For instance, my trip to the local market takes about a quarter of an hour.
While driving to work, which takes about 25 minutes, Emma enjoys playing songs or language learning audio shows.
I am so happy to hear that, as using your travel time for audio lessons is a brilliant study habit. It effectively changes a dull commute into an enjoyable and useful period of your schedule. If you are finding this lesson helpful in picking up new words, please click the like icon. Also, remember to join our community by hitting the subscribe button. Make sure to pass this content along to any friends who are also studying English. We are very interested in reading your thoughts about your daily morning habits in the comments section. Are you an early bird like Emma, or do you like to sleep in for a while? Tell us your preference.
Let us continue following Emma's day, as she reaches her workplace right before 8 in the morning. Her first task every day is reviewing her messages and writing down a list of things to do. Note that she used the phrase make a to-do list rather than saying do a to-do list. That specific word combination is a very important one to memorize for English learners.
A checklist is basically a note containing every chore or project you must complete before the day ends.
I really love creating lists, as marking things as finished gives me such a sense of accomplishment. I feel the same way. At times, I include very easy items on my plan just so I can mark them as done immediately. This is an excellent strategy to keep your energy high when you have a packed schedule.
Sarah passes the majority of her hours working on a laptop and communicating with colleagues in their compact workspace. Then, once the clock strikes 12:30, she stops for a much-needed afternoon meal. She frequently consumes broth, a baguette meal, or greens, which seems like a nutritious lunch choice. However, occasionally she strolls to a local coffee shop with her office mates to talk about their routines.
Let us examine the term local, which simply implies a short distance from your current location. If a shop is close by, it means you can reach it on foot rather than using a vehicle or public transport. Additionally, her associates are the individuals she partners with daily, a group we also call teammates. Sharing a midday meal with pleasant coworkers is truly one of the best parts of any career. It truly helps because it allows you to unwind and share a laugh with others before returning to your tasks. What about you, Paul? Do you typically pack your own meal or head out to a restaurant?
I generally pack a sandwich, but I like to eat at a local cafe every Friday as a special reward.
That is a wonderful way to mark the conclusion of your work week.
During the later part of the day, Emma completes her assignments and responds to additional messages until her shift ends at 5. She explained that her workload varies, with some days being extremely hectic and others quite peaceful.
That is a very realistic way to explain a career since every day moves at a different speed. By the way, if you wish to rehearse talking about your personal career and duties, you ought to use Language Tutor AI. Indeed, Language Tutor AI is a fantastic intelligent tool for practicing your speech and new words whenever you like. You can locate the link to explore it right inside the information section below this video. Everything you need to get started is provided in the description box.
Once Emma finishes her duties at 5, she drives back home and reaches her house by 5:30.
Right after entering her home, she immediately swaps her outfit for something more relaxed. The phrase to change into describes the action of removing your current outfit and wearing a different set of garments.
For instance, I put on my soft pajamas and fuzzy house shoes the moment I arrive home. I agree, I do the same. Removing your professional attire at 5 o'clock in the evening feels incredibly satisfying.
Following that, she takes a brief rest and relaxes on the sofa while holding a warm beverage. This is an excellent method to relax and release any tension built up during the workday. She enters the kitchen near 6:30 to begin preparing the evening meal. She prefers preparing easy dishes such as noodles, poultry, or grains served with greens.
I really like that she keeps dinner simple to avoid spending too much time in the kitchen.
Once finished eating, she cleans the cooking area and scrubs the plates immediately.
Cleaning dishes isn't my favorite task, but waking up to a tidy space is worth the effort. You are absolutely right.
Leaving dirty pots and plates in the sink always makes the following morning feel disorganized.
When night falls, Sarah prioritizes setting aside a moment to decompress and rest. Common activities for her include streaming a series, playing tunes, or catching up with a pal via phone. Whenever the climate is favorable, she really enjoys strolling around her local area.
That is a useful phrase, as describing the weather as pleasant implies it is comfortable and dry. Taking a peaceful stroll at night is a beneficial method to breathe in some oxygen before preparing for bed. Tell me, do you frequently take evening strolls near your home, Emily?
I certainly do, particularly in the summertime when daylight lasts until later in the day.
I also enjoy those walks, particularly if I pause to purchase a frozen dessert during the trip. That seems like an enjoyable habit. To wrap up, Sarah prepares for rest at 10 o'clock.
Prior to falling asleep, she bathes and reads a small section of an interesting novel.
Note that she mentioned a few pages, which implies a limited amount, perhaps 3 to 4 sheets. Reading is such a fantastic way to avoid screens and help your mind settle after the day is done. She makes sure to get 8 hours of rest every night, which helps her prepare for the following morning. Sleeping for 8 full hours is truly ideal, and I really respect her commitment to this habit. Getting proper sleep is essential for maintaining your vitality and keeping a good mood all week long. She demonstrated how basic everyday habits can help your life feel more organized and pleasant. Since we have reviewed all these useful terms and habits, let us hear her account once again. You will likely find that you grasp much more information during this second time through. Hello.
My name is Emma, and I would like to share my typical morning schedule. I rise at 6:30 every weekday morning. I enjoy the early hours because they are calm and serene. I start by leaving my bed and tidying the blankets. Next, I head to the restroom. I clean my teeth, wash my face, and comb my hair. After that, I walk to the kitchen. I prepare a hot tea for myself. While the kettle warms up, I open the window to breathe in the cool air. Sometimes, I look at the weather report on my mobile device. Following that, I get dressed. I usually choose relaxed work attire, such as jeans and a cozy sweater.
I prefer wearing sneakers that feel good since I am on my feet quite often. After that, I have my morning meal. My typical breakfast includes fruit mixed with yogurt and a slice of toasted bread. I only prepare eggs on Saturday and Sunday. I depart for the day at 7:30. I travel by car, which requires roughly 25 minutes. While driving, I enjoy hearing songs or language learning shows. I reach my office right before 8 o'clock. My workplace is a compact space. Each morning, I review my messages, create a list of tasks, and begin my duties. Most of my time is spent on the computer communicating with my colleagues. I take a lunch break at 12:30. My lunch is generally a salad, a sandwich, or some soup. Occasionally, I visit a local cafe with my teammates. We love chatting about our day. During the later part of the day, I complete my tasks and reply to additional messages. Some days are quite hectic, while others are calm. My workday ends at 5 in the evening. Once I finish, I drive back to my house. I usually arrive at 5:30. Upon arriving, I put on relaxing clothes and rest for a short while. I enjoy unwinding on the sofa with a warm tea. Around 6:30, I start preparing the evening meal. I like preparing easy dishes such as noodles, poultry, or grains with greens. Once I finish eating, I tidy up the cooking area and scrub the plates. When the day winds down, I prefer to unwind. Occasionally, I stream a series, play some tunes, or chat with a pal over the phone. Whenever the outdoors feel pleasant, I head out for a brief stroll around where I live. Prior to sleeping, I rinse off and look through a couple of chapters in a novel. Getting lost in a book settles my mind after a hectic schedule. My bedtime is typically right at 10 o'clock at night. I aim for a minimum of 8 hours of rest so that I wake up feeling prepared for what comes next. That summarizes how I spend my typical day.
Listening to that story again made it feel much more natural and simple to understand.
I totally agree. I am certain that our audience picked up many fresh expressions during this second listen.
Keep in mind that you can return to this recording anytime you want to improve your comprehension.
Also, please take a moment to write a note below sharing your own morning or evening routines with us.
We enjoy seeing your comments. Be sure to follow the channel so you do not miss our upcoming lessons. We truly appreciate you joining us for this portion of your day. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.